Okay, so let's go through them one at a time.
Yes.
What do you consider number one on the console? What's
number one is the farthest away,
farthest away?
which is towards the big bay door.
Big
And
bay door.
5 is where I am.
Okay, so what's one?
1 is,
KDK?
yes, okay, depends. There's 1 through 5 on each row.
Well, let's say you were going to number them 1 through 20.
Well, the way I did it was, okay, this is 1 rep.
Okay, let's do it this. Stop. Okay, that's 1.
Yes.
And then that's 1 through 5, and then the next row is 6 through 10.
Yeah.
That way, when I call it a number, you'll know.
Okay.
So, just to show the camera. So in my mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see you got them numbered 1 through 5. Or we could call this 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. We could do it like that.
I thought of something.
You like that better than numbers? Okay, so what's A1?
Well, A1 will be the KDK.
Okay, turn the KDK to low. So, any particular reason you hung the KDK here?
Well, it was something that Manuel sold to me, and it was I was impressed with this thing, with how these things run, this KDK. So,
okay.
I mean, this was something I actually wanted to hang when he came here, even though I had it hanging long before.
Gotcha.
I figured,
Have it hanging for him to see.
yeah, it's showing me, hey, I'm using it.
Okay, 1B.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and go back over. Keep that one to low. Okay, that's the ERS.
I mean, I don't think there's any really explanation needed for why this is hanging. These are so weird and uncommon that we had to see it up.
Oh yeah, this was something to display. I'm like, as soon as we tested this together,
I want to hang that right away. I think you hung it like the next week.
Pretty much, yeah. This is the start of hanging industrials up here, right here.
Okay, well, no.
Let's see.
Oh, I was doing it wrong. I meant to do one. This is 1A. This is 2A, 3A.
So 3A is going to be the little S and C. Okay.
And I think you already kind of covered that one. It was a fan that was handy.
Fit there, and I got this from Brian Peterson.
Gotcha.
And see how short a downrod that is?
Yeah.
It clears that X.
That's true, because it's going to be tough to find a downrod that clears that too.
Yeah, I had to work with this stuff,
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. This one is not a low trim, but I was willing to work with that, what it does.
It's not bad, but we can always put one with a low trim too.
I think the low speed for a 36-inch needs to be a little faster. It's
Okay.
It's the same difference as a full-size industrial versus a portable fan.
Okay.
See, I mean, would you expect a portable fan to go as slow as this ERS? It wouldn't do you anything.
Well, I have some portable fans with aesthetic lows in my house, but that's because I have them on infinitely variable speed controls.
Right,
So
but it's just not practical for what I'm using it here for.
Yeah. Well, my only thing is as long as it doesn't stall out, then there's no harm because you can always turn it up.
Yes,
As long as it's not a solid state.
but I'm willing to work with that.
No, it's not bad. Okay, so what's 4A?
Is gonna
Or
be the gold
A4.
line.
So you sunk my battleship. And this is a late 80s or this is a current version?
This is a current.
Well, the late 80s have the 4 rivets and wider blades. I can't tell. Do you know what year this is?
Yes, it was
Oh, he's gonna go on the ladder.
slow enough I could just hold it. Let me just. Oh wait.
Okay, so that is the current version.
Yes.
Still looks like a gold line.
Yeah.
Still pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then the last of the A row.
Yes.
This is a Silverline.
Caraway HRS.
What's it actually labeled? Silverline, right?
It doesn't say Silverline. It just says Banville /Envirofan.
And it's got a silver stripe. Okay. And why do you call it caraway?
Because it's actually the same. The motor and blades are the same as those caraway industrials, and I got two
Gotcha.
down there that are labeled caraway.
I don't think we've ever actually figured out who the OEM is for these, have we?
No, because get this, you know, like the one HRS that has the wider stripe, because there's a motor that's got it starting to peel, and if you start to peel that, you can see the inner stripe is exactly this.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, essentially, if you peel that outer stripe off of that type of HRS, you literally have this.
Okay. Any particular reason you threw this up?
Well, it's definitely, well, for one, it's definitely a powerful, it's similar to a gold line. It's pretty close.
Cast, aluminum blades.
Yes, and also, get this, the movie theater that I used to go to in Menominee Falls had these in one of the theaters. And this movie theater, I was going to tell you, is like, not the seating where it goes up in steps.
Mm-hmm.
That started in the late 90s. I remember when they built the new theater in Menominee Falls.
Is it a slanted floor?
Slanted floor, but it was like in like a lot of some of the churches.
Gotcha.
You know, it wasn't like steep steps.
Gotcha. So my uncle's church in Chicago, which is loaded with SMCs, not any interesting SMCs, just like DC-52s. But there's like 100 of them in there. Yeah. It was a movie theater. It was originally built in like the 40s, and it was a movie theater, and the floor is just a steep slant from the back to the stage.
Yeah, the seating was not on like steps like they are now.
Okay. So,
okay, next fan.
A 1B.
Oh, 1B. That's going to be the golden fan.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
I mean, when I saw these up close, I couldn't believe these blades. They're like a cascade, kind of like a Casablanca cascade blade set.
Oh, yeah. They are.
So, I'm assuming you just was like, that's too cool not to have one hanging.
That, and there was two more.
Yeah, we have 3 of them total.
Yes, and I picked this one was complete together.
One of them still in the museum?
Yes, they
Okay.
just didn't take it down yet.
Gotcha. I think that's the cleanest one, the one that was in the museum.
Yes, you said that one that you put there was actually did not work at all because there was a misconnection in it.
Inside, it was actually, I had to open the motor to get to it.
Yes, and because of that, the bearings were perfect on that one.
Yeah.
And these had worn bearings, but I don't hear any bearing noise.
No, seems good from here.
Apparently, so really.
Yeah, I love these. We got to find the nuts. I have all the nuts for them. We just got to find it.
Okay.
So, next up, so Pete reminded me that this is the orange line that I pulled out of an abandoned bar.
That's right.
Were you with me when I did that?
No, I did not actually. I only saw it on video.
In my mind, Pete was there.
Yeah. But you were on a trip that I couldn't make.
Gotcha.
Where was this troll in?
Mount Horeb, right by Todd's house.
Mount Horeb.
So right on the other side of Madison.
Okay.
Like, you know, if you're going...
I keep thinking that it was in Baraboo for some reason.
Because Mount Horeb and Baraboo are kind of close, but...
You said, I thought Baraboo was by Wisconsin Dells.
It is. So if you go west of Madison, Mount Horeb, and then you go northwest of Madison is Baraboo, and then you go just straight north is the Dells.
Okay.
So they make kind of a circle.
All right.
Any particular reason you hung this?
This was kind of that unique type of motor. I wanted a Palco type motor, type industrial, but I have another that is a Palco industrial, but it needs work.
Gotcha. How many blades is that?
It's 3, just like this.
I really want to find a 4-blade one.
Oh, that would be tough, but I would love that.
Yeah, hopefully we will one day. Okay, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
This is the butterfly that you got from Welker.
Yes, I did get that from you.
I would love to find one of these that's all complete and in good shape, but every time I've ever seen one, the canopies have been destroyed.
You mean the canopy? What would the canopy look like?
They were just like plastic bell canopies.
But this one's a metal bell, but I was...
These aren't original, are they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the canopy and downrod Welker put some different ones on there. Maybe he didn't tell you that. He's not the most...
He did, but it didn't bother me at all because...
No, because it's still...
It looks too natural. It looks... To me,
No, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the original canopies would be similar to this shape. I'll send you a picture of one.
Okay.
They'd be similar to the shape, they'd just be plastic. And every time I've seen them, they've been like
You know
disintegrated.
that I've seen pictures of these. I can't remember the canopy, but I know these came with a control box.
Yes, they did.
And I think Tice has shown one of these.
I don't know, his might be different. I don't know. So here we have the...
Oh yeah, the tat. The UFO. It's a thin UFO tat. Like the broad stop.
And you found this recently, right?
Yes, from Tosa Restore. And this one, based on where it is, you get this. I remember these at Century Foods.
Yep, so do I.
You did a video on ones with these exact
Yep,
ones.
I think it still exists.
Yeah, and here's the other thing about it is not only were they in Century Foods, but the fact is this was one industrial install that wasn't really high up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I could look at them up close and be amazed at them. They were usually on low to more low medium was the most common speed they were at.
I never saw them on high in Century, that's for sure.
There one time or a couple of times I did actually during the summer.
I never saw that at any of mine. This is the brown gold line that was in my garage?
Yes. I kept that shortest downrod because it fits perfectly.
It sure
here.
does.
Okay.
And no real reason to have to explain putting a brown gold line
Yeah.
of any variant.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think Pete and I both like the Union version best, especially in brown.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to say no to a brown gold line of any.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so next up is... I got to not hit my head on the beams or my foot on the CB. So this is the new tone that was downstairs, right?
Yes, I moved it up here.
So you're over here and the control is over there.
I know, but I wanted to. Well, I wanted to show it.
Okay.
You know.
I'm gonna sit in this rocking chair.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm the heat. It's still a little warm for my lungs. So my parents' church when I was a kid had 3 of these.
Okay. Yeah. And of course, there's a certain kid on here that's really loves these things.
Is that I can't think of his name.
Braxton? He
Braxton.
loves these things. I gotta call out to him because he loves these things, and I own one, so I figured I'd at least show him one.
I thought about these for the barbershop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to put something this cool in the barbershop. I'm not sure if we have enough of them, but I thought about it in terms of like a brown industrial that look appropriate, you know.
Yep.
Well, whenever you're ready for, this is row C now. Whenever you're ready for 2C. Careful, there's an SMC.
Okay. Actually, yeah, new fan is next.
Now, that one's loud. I never saw this variant when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I saw the wood-bladed ones. I'm trying to think if I saw any metal-bladed new fans. I don't think I did, not until I was old enough to drive on my own, and then I stopped in a Stein Gardens and
I
Gifts.
grew up with Stein Gardens and Gifts. So as a kid, I seen these. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
They were brown, but with no nuts on them. That was the only difference, is brown and no nut.
We have a brown with a nut, don't we?
Yes, it's a 48 inch.
48.
But there's a trailer place I go to
Uh-huh.
that to get trailer parts and such, or trailer lights fixed at.
Uh-huh.
Their little trailer parts store has got one of these in brown with a nut.
I really want to find a 4-bladed one.
that.
We have that white 4-blade, but it's 48, and we got the 36-inch here.
Oh, if you could find a full size like that former pool place.
Yes.
Ah, yes. That looks
So let me ask you this question while I'm thinking about it. Do we have a full-size tat with a nut?
tat with a nut.
Yeah, like a wing tat with a nut on the bottom. Cast
I
one.
do not know.
Like they have in U-Hauls?
Yeah, I don't know of us having that.
I don't think we do. That's another one we got to find then.
Yes.
It's not like one of my all-time favorites, but it's one I'd really like to see installed here.
I know I have a straight bladed cast one with a nut on it, but it's a 36-inch.
I've got a curved bladed 36 in my dad's garage.
Yes, that I do remember, but not a full size. Okay, next is the SMC.
SMC. Is this one of the Detroit ones, or is this?
Yes, it is. It's the one that you went through the mud, you said?
Oh man, that was a day.
See, I cleaned this one up to put up.
Yeah, those blades are still pretty bent though. I can look.
Yeah,
I can look at it and see that. It's surprised it doesn't wobble as worse than it does. So, how many did you have to go through to find one that worked?
Luckily, 2. There's the other 3, I think. Right here. I don't know if there's any more. Oh, there's one more.
That one's pretty foobarred looking.
That one's.
I'm not showing the fans on the floor just yet in case we want any of them to be surprises.
Sure.
But
I went through them all. There was only the total a number of
6.
Yeah, or 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 4 on the floor, and I gave one to Chandru, and then there's one on the ceiling, so I guess that's 6. I thought
7.
okay. And then there's also the ones that came out of that ice rink too. Those are the ones where the downrods are removed, and some of them have been painted.
Yep.
One of those is here though. I don't know where it is, but one of those is here.
Oh.
It'd be the one in the nicest shape.
Okay, I don't.
It's here somewhere. Maybe it's taken apart.
I don't really.
Well, let's look for it another time.
It's not here. I do not see it here. I know what we got here. Okay, so see, I got the low speed for that one. Good. Okay. Crompton Greaves.
First place I ever saw these was the white ones in a Mounds pet food warehouse. And then after that, my high school installed some white ones.
Oh, yeah?
But they were very common in Illinois in churches. For they must have been like a distributor that sold to churches that sold these, because the way blender fans are common up here in churches,
Yeah.
and gold lines are common up here in churches. In northern Illinois, you see so many of these in churches.
Oh, nice. Well, get this. My grandpa's cousin, we've given her a visit when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
She had this exact one in her bedroom.
Wow, 56?
Probably, I'm guessing so. It was pretty big, and it was on a short downrod like that. So, but it was no light, of course. It was exactly like that, and it was on a control box, a big control box. It was
So,
like
yeah.
either a 3 or 4-speed control box.
I liked this so much more than I thought I would. I really like seeing it up there. We got to tuck those wires in the canopy. Oh, no, I'm not. Again, you take everything I'm saying as a criticism, and I'm not. You did phenomenal work. I'm just making notes.
Okay.
Now, one thing we should do differently when I'm looking at it from this angle is that wire going to that that preheat there.
Yeah.
We can figure out if there's a better way to do that.
Oh yeah, I already am on that.
Oh, okay, no worries then.
I'll be on that.
That's going to be with these barn lights?
Yes.
Gotcha.
When I do that.
Okay. You know, that preheat could also be a good thing for downstairs, and then we can put a different light there over the stairs.
I was thinking about that.
Because it kind of matches those louvered fixtures.
Yes.
That's another option. We got plenty of options. That's, that's why.
I was thinking about that.
So the Dayton Lasco you guys have seen in previous videos, but I'll show you again.
Yes. It's on a 3-speed. This is the only one I put on a 3-speed.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to use these on a solid state.
For whatever reason, I don't know the reason.
16-pole motors and solid state don't play well together, and I can't tell you why. That's something that motor guys have always told me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is between 16 poles and 18 poles and 28 poles in terms of why some play with solid state and some don't.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, you're not supposed to use these on a solid state, and the way that you can tell is that they're incredibly noisy. Anything you put on a solid state and it's like unbearably noisy,
Yeah.
that's a good chance that that's going to overheat.
Okay. All right. Last row.
Last row. row A, B, C, D, E. Wait, A, B, C, D. D for Dan.
4A.
No, this is one. This is one. This is
Oh yeah,
1D.
1D.
And this is the one that I had upstairs at my shop, and then was in the museum. And Pete got it back from the museum, and I was like, I want to try that in my kitchen or in Abby's room. And Pete's like, no, I want to hang that at the barn. And I was like, you know what? I can't argue with that. It's too cool not to hang here. So I badly want more like this. Four curved blade industrials.
Yep.
Even 4 straight blade industrials, but especially 4 curved blade industrials. I want all of them.
That would.
I have very few.
Right, they're hard to come by, and this is identically. This is just a small version of like the ones at that pool place.
Yep.
Former pool sales, swimming pool sales.
Okay, so tell me about this HRS here.
Okay, this HRS, for one, I definitely wanted to hang an HRS just cause. I mean, there's others that I think about when I hang these.
Yep. This is for Chandler?
Yeah. You can say
Take that, Chandler.
Yep. Yeah, there was a couple of them in rough shape, but then this one was in really good shape.
Yeah. Looks like we've already touched up the paint on the bottom of that, but it needs a little more because I can see like a paint mark.
Yep.
Let's fire it up.
Okay, here it goes.
So my very favorite in this whole display is this Union Gold line here.
Oh yeah, of course.
And that's the one apparently that I found at Habitat.
Yeah.
And I mean, not only are these one of my all-time favorite fans, but just hanging there at the peak in the rafters reminds me of so many childhood installs.
Exactly, that's my point too.
And it's like right over, it's like we're nearing the Bay Area, so you can see it from below.
Yes.
And like I couldn't have picked a better fan for there if I tried. And he got the one with the actual gold line label.
Yes.
Like everything about that is wonderful. It's my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite installs anywhere.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't tell me he was gonna do that. He didn't ask me or anything first.
Well,
like he just surprised me with it.
Actually, I did mention it.
Well, I'm saying you didn't say, hey, where should we put the gold line?
No, I did not ask.
And so he just surprised me by putting it in the most perfect place.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Well,
wanted.
turn it on already, damn it, Pete.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it needs balancing too, but we'll
Yes,
Although there was a hardware store when I was a kid, the hardware store that used to be where the Restore is now, and my favorite, they had 6 of these in the showroom area and then 2 or 3 more in back.
Okay.
And my favorite one in the showroom area wobbled badly. I don't know why it was my favorite, but it was. It looked like it was kind of dancing on the drop ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have to very carefully touch the paint up on the bottom of that one because we don't want to lose any of the original finish. Maybe that's one we use with a paintbrush and touch it up.
Right. Yeah.
I've even done whiteout, but I think in this case we can probably match it better with some. Or I've used nail polish.
Yeah. Which one? Gold line?
On any fan.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 more. So is this labeled Caraway? What's this labeled, Pete?
Which one? Oh, that one was labeled HRS.
Okay, so the Century Foods, when I was a kid, had like 20 of these labeled Caraway.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they came labeled
The
HRS.
labeling is pretty much worn off, but you gave me one to work on that was all bound up or bearings.
Where did I get that from?
I don't remember.
I don't even remember that.
We tried testing it together, and we got to see why it's not flying, and we tried the capacitor and everything.
So it's a shame that I don't even remember that fan.
But we did test it together.
Well, I believe you. I'll go back and find the video.
This and another one I actually got on an Indiana trip. I made a little trip.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Next time you come over this way,
Yeah.
bring the camera. I'm going to try the camera from this angle. We'll switch camera angles throughout the movie.
Right.
Try And then, you know.
Here you go.
Thank you, kind sir. So there's one fan left.
All right.
Make it look real good.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna drop this down. Heat's really getting to me. Used to not bother me as much, but things they don't warn you about getting sick. Okay. It's probably the best I can get from here.
Okay, well, here you go. And the last one.
Last one. That camera's probably shooting my butt. Hopefully somebody enjoys it. So, you told me that this is meant to be representative of a Walmart entrance.
Yes.
See, now when I was a kid, Walmarts didn't have these, they had Lagunas.
Oh, not mine. Mine in Menominee Falls, the previous one, not the Super Walmarts.
Right.
I'm talking about these they were in the entryways, one on each door end.
No, I know exactly what the installs look like because I saw the installs of these when I got older, but when I was a kid, they all had brown Lagunas.
Huh. I never saw brown Lagunas that one. But
Yeah. Also seen them with those little Lascos that came in different colors.
Oh yeah, I remember the Lascos in the food court thing.
Oh, I never saw that. I've seen one. I've seen food court with the close mount Lascos.
Yes, they were close mount.
No, I'm talking about the little ones that kind of look like a Dayton Lasco.
Oh no, I didn't see those.
Yep, they had those two in the entryway over where the carts go, and then yeah, I've seen some with the food courts with Emerson in Huggers, like
Yeah.
Snuggers, and then I've seen there was one here that had a food court that had these
Oh really?
HRS Industrials.
Yeah.
So,
I can remember.
There's my favorite right there.
There was one Soul Lasco, over the photo center.
Interesting. What kind of Lasco?
It was like the little white ones we got from that restore. Those Walmart Lascos.
Oh, okay.
It was
Never
so-
seen that
Yep.
over Photo Center.
Yep.
Okay. Well, do you want to do them all the medium or at the same time or one by one?
Well, I just did a preview of all of them to medium.
Okay. So what do you want? How do you want to do this now?
I'll go medium for every single one.
Okay.
Each one.
Okay. You doing one at a time?
Well, sure.
Okay. So what are we starting with?
We'll start on this at the end you're at.
Okay. So this will be
I'm just gonna put them all to medium so that we can go over each one.
Okay. So you did what, this whole row?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one medium. So this is medium?
Yes.
Not much of a difference there. Or there. Medium is 12 o'clock, right?
Well, I went 3 o'clock.
Do 12.
Okay.
Like if we're just doing 3-speed, low, medium, high would be
all right.
all the way down, 12, and then high.
Now.
This one's on medium?
Yes, it
Just a little.
reacts different.
Gotcha.
Some of them they just react.
No, that's tell me that's.
Yeah, like that one's already flying, and I have them all in the same position, so it's just the way they are, the way they behave on.
Okay, whenever you're ready for row 2.
Okay.
A row C
Yes, row C.
for metal.
Okay.
New tones are real common in my area, so in addition to my parents' church, I saw some stores that had these too. And the DMV had a whole bunch in white.
Yeah. This new fan is also not the fastest.
Yeah, these were slow. But those the four-bladed ones seem to go really fast.
It's a golden. This is a new fan. And then of course the SMC.
Is it upside down? I think it's upside down. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's make our way over to...
Golden fan on medium. Orange line. Butterfly. Another reason I picked that butterfly, it's also really powerful.
Yeah, I keep hearing that about those. I've never owned one.
Yeah. Here's the tap on medium.
You know what we could do? You see the little cracks in the roof where there's some light showing?
Yeah.
We could get some caulking.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it doesn't leak on any fans.
Sure.
I mean, I know you said that you've been up here when it's raining and it didn't leak, but why not? Why take chances when there's fans to protect?
Yeah.
This is a good medium right here.
Oh yeah.
And this is silent on the solid state.
Yep.
Okay. Last row.
Okay. That. SMC.
Okay. So do me a favor. This is everything on medium?
Yes.
Turn everything off.
Okay.
Because then let's do a 0 to high on everything.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm gonna pause filming and I'll come back and restart the camera, but I'm gonna splice it together so it'll still be the same video so you guys won't know the difference.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll do 2 separate videos. I don't know, we'll find out.